Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody. This is a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, joined by Ricky. Ricky, say hello.
Hello.
And today we are sitting AGOGG on the 15th anniversary of Fragment, albeit one day early, apparently, as it turns out the game launched on the 23rd, not. Okay, that should be better, so I'm not getting that weird echo. Sorry, was that coming through?
No.
Okay, I was getting a weird echo because I had the audio output going through OBS.
Okay.
Never mind, I know why. I was on YouTube. That's why. Ah, still able to hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to pull the guide back up here, and we're just going to get rolling. First thing we're going to want to do is you're going to want to set up PCSX2.
All right.
So you've got version 1.5 there. I believe it's already set up and ready to go. You just got to put it in the thing.
Okay. So when I click this, it should just start right up, right?
Yeah, did you get a little box with everything going?
Yeah, it says the configured USB plugin file was not found.
Right, we'll have to add those in here.
Okay.
Those are going to be in your folders. So if you look down at the bottom, there's going to be a clear dev and a clear USB.
Right.
Okay, so what you'll want to do is open the plugins folder in PCSX2 and just transfer those over.
All right. Plugins. All right, I copied them over to the
Okay.
plugins folder.
Okay, so if you go back and manage the plugin settings on PCSX2 itself, you
Mm-hmm.
should be able to switch them over if they haven't automatically switched.
Um. So I'm
Uh,
under.
yeah, try canceling out of there and then opening it back up again in the config. No, not that part there. There should be a,
Oh, plugins.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, it says
Okay,
clear dev
now
and clear USB.
there's a
Yeah, go
couple
ahead.
clear dev settings we want to look at here.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and click the settings, the configure for the clear dev 9. Should pull up a config form, a small rectangle box,
Yep.
and it's got enable Ethernet clicked, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll want to go into options on that.
All right.
And the big thing we want to look at, let me take a peek at the screen here. Okay, you see that very first box up there?
Yeah.
On the right-hand side, right across from what looks like, yeah, the PCP IP address.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and uncheck that. I don't think that's relevant unless you're running the area server, but for later down the road, if you get into the area server stuff, you'll want that unchecked so you're able to enter your own server.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, it's going to recognize it as the same IP and boot you out.
All
Not that
right.
I did that several dozen times. Okay, so we should be all good to go there. Next thing you're going to want to do you have your controller handy?
I do.
Okay, so we'll want to hit OK on this.
All right.
And if we go back to the config, there should be a lily pad or controller setup. Yeah, go ahead, pull that up.
It says no plugin loaded.
Okay, is your controller like plugged in and everything?
Yeah, I just turned it on though. Oh, do I need to connect it by wire maybe?
That's probably a good call.
Yeah.
At least at first here.
Alright. Let me find a wire for it. Got one.
Yeah, I really don't think about it because I ended up buying a couple cheap USB controllers and I'm using one of those for it.
Yeah.
Works out nice as it's literally, mine is literally just a knockoff PS2 controller. About the only thing I don't like is the one shoulder button's a little wonky, but it still registers fine, so.
I wonder if maybe if I close this and reopen it, if
Yeah, worth
it'll,
a shot.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Okay, excellent. Let's go ahead into configure, and you're going to want port 1 on that. Should be the middle tab up there. Okay, you'll want to clear those inputs because even though it looks like it's mapped, it's not going to register.
Alright. How do I clear them?
There should be an option for like reset or clear, or you could just go manually button by button. If you just hit quick setup, that should allow you to do it too.
Okay.
So how familiar are you with the PlayStation button setup?
Pretty familiar.
I was going to say
an Xbox remote here, but it's pretty much the same.
Yeah. Obviously, direction pad's going to be direction pad. Your left and right sticks are going to be the same, and L3 and R3 are just going to be pushing those sticks in respectively. About the only difference is going to be the right side shoulder buttons, and going clockwise from the top. Triangle's going to be the top, and then the right button, which I believe is your B button, that's going to be circle, and then X is at the bottom and squares on the left-hand side.
I gotta be careful because if I hold them in too long, it sets the button for like multiple inputs.
Yeah, that would be a nightmare.
So triangle is the top, right?
Right.
It should be like Y for an Xbox remote. Circle is to the right.
Yeah, that's going to be your B button. 3 o'clock on a watch face, if that helps.
Cross is A, and square is X. What would analog be?
I actually just skipped that one. I have an analog button, but it doesn't register on my controller. It's not necessary for the game, so you're cool just avoiding that one.
Alright. Well, how would I skip it then?
Just hit OK. Down at the bottom there should be an OK or an apply.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and
Alright, I
then
think I'm
OK to
good.
close out. So now your controller's all set up to do everything you need it to do. And the
Alright.
next thing we're going to want to do is get the network adapter disk ready. So
Okay.
go into the PCSX2 menu there. And if you go to, there should be a C DVD.
Yep.
That drop-down box should have ISO selected as a default destination, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, now up top there's a selection for an ISO selector.
Uh-huh.
And if you hit browse, you should be able to get to the folder with the network adapter disk in it.
Gotcha. PlayStation 2 network adapter startup, right?
Yep. Hit OK on that, and then you'll want to go into the System tab and click Boot ISO Fast.
Okay.
This is going to take a moment. Yep. See it loading in all of its early 2000s glory there. Not sure how the sound is going to be on it booting up here.
Oh, I have to be respectful.
Ah, the future of 18 years ago. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. First time you're seeing this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. People my age were super excited to see this because this was the future for us. So you're going to want to get ISP set up there. Should be able to hit X, which yeah. Hey, Christmas is coming. Blinking symbol sort of reminded me of that. Go ahead and format. Then just go ahead, click X. Safe to say you've got that free. Found a network adapter, yay. Definitely want to click X there, and then just enter whatever you want. None of this actually matters.
I am 70 years old.
Nice. You know, if you don't want to use your own, just use your dad's or something.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt this will even go to the PlayStation Network, will it?
Oh, no. No, this has been long down forever. I put some nonsense in mine just for the heck of it. Actually named my service name after the OS in the .hack lore, just because I'm a giant dork.
I wonder if putting in that I'm 70 years old will be a problem now.
No. Although if anybody finds a way to hack this, you may get some sweet deals from, like, AARP.
There's no @ symbol on here.
Probably with the shift key. That's a whole lot of doing owner mode and Madden on the PS2 coming into play right there.
Oh, yeah.
That and RPG Maker too. If you've never actually had to type out little command prompt script with a, gamepad instead of a USB keyboard, save yourself the hassle of ever trying it. It's not worth it. It took me 3 hours to do their tutorial because I kept messing up on the letters and having to go back. Found the network adapter, go ahead, hit X. And go ahead and name it to your heart's content. Now, if you didn't want to use the gamepad to type, you could use the keyboard since we've got the clear USB in.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, hit it. Yeah, you'll want to hit high speed there. Automatic settings probably best.
No.
Oh no, they couldn't reach that customer service that probably doesn't exist anymore. I didn't get a chance to finish. Okay, so that's it for the... Yeah, we could go ahead and exit out of that.
All right.
Now, if we go to the DVDs and see DVD and browse ISOs again.
And
should be able... Yeah, we want the Fragment 0.9.
Okay.
Swap disks.
Swap disk. And then we're gonna do a fast boot on this, or?
Yeah. Now, just a quick warning, this is a Japanese game, so your confirm button is going to be the circle button.
Gotcha.
Okay. I am going to step away for 1 second here. Seems like it's loading up perfectly fine. I will be back in 1 moment. Actually, now that I think about it, this is probably the perfect time for you to start looking over the options to create your character. So if you go into offline, yeah, you'll want slot 1 there, and circle is going to be your confirm. Okay, that's good so far. Hit yes again. And that just created your save file.
All right.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go up to the world. And go ahead, click one of those unused files. Go ahead, take a look through your options. Like I said, I'm going to step away. I will be back in like a minute.
Okay.
Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Okay,
No
so
this is the only part I have no idea what I'm doing.
okay,
But
so funny story. This is actually the least important part. You see how you
gotcha.
have your points allocated, and it's kind of beautiful that you have them allocated this way. Each of these are building to a point bonus. I believe somebody somewhere said that it takes 33 points in a specific stat to get a +1 bonus on your overall stats.
Okay.
So this is giving you a +2 physical defense and a +1 magical defense, which is about as good as you could really hope for out of this. That said,
Sorry, I needed to turn the game volume down here a little bit.
oh, okay. Yeah, there was a way to do that in the game settings too. Sorry about that.
No problem.
But yeah, literally everything you did before this actually has a more tangible measure, and I'm going to tell you this before you hit done, on what
Okay.
actually goes into your character's stats. For instance, you chose a male build, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have a higher rate of hit point growth and a smaller pool of skill points. Tall build's also going to help with that. You chose big guy, like tall and fat or tall and normal.
Tall and fat.
Yeah, you will have the most hit points, which is
Awesome.
great, especially given the heavy axe class. Yeah, that is super bonus there. Doing your skills may be a one and done, but that's okay because for the most part, skills are for the people keeping you alive. You definitely just want to run up and hit things as quickly as possible. Now, you noticed a different color selection, right?
Yeah.
Each of those colors is attuned to one of the elements in the game. And there are 6 colors, so each has an opposite. And if you hit with that elemental opposite, you have a chance to do double damage on an elemental hit. So whatever
Gotcha.
color you chose, it looks like brown, so that may be earth.
Uh-huh.
You'll get a slight elemental bonus just from choosing that.
Okay, cool.
So you happy with this character as you have it set?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, excellent. Then we can move on. Go ahead, hit done. And now you get to name it. Hit the X button there.
I did. There we go.
Okay. Also love how you get 18 confirmation prompts to get through there. Okay, so this is the offline menu. It looks a lot like the online menu, but if you scroll down the list, there's a couple features you can't touch. It's going to lock you out of the guild and out of the rankings. Also, you'll see the bulletin board system there, the old BBS, if you want to click that real quick. That's going to be fed time through time, time after time, intermittently as you get through the offline part of the game. There's a single player campaign. That's what's being translated little by little as we go through. I believe the beginning part was translated just for new user convenience. It's not really where this game shines, but it does give you a chance to get some like NPCs to party up with to build up confidence and level up through the lower levels. If you check out the threads, there's going to be a bunch of stuff there. That's just explaining that those symbols are actually power-ups. If you find,
Gotcha.
yeah, if you find random flame or a torch floating in the field and it says symbol activate, go ahead and click that. You'll get a random beneficial effect. So like I said, there's not too much here, but if you find yourself playing offline and things aren't really progressing or you're not getting any new areas after completing the last storyline event, this is where you want to check, because more often than not it'll be dropping a keyword in. Now
Okay.
we'll want to go up to log in and start your fragment journey. Going pretty smooth so far.
I'd say. Setup was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
And instantly at the gate, you're approached by a dude randomly staring, waiting for new players. Not creepy at all. So that is Bear and BT, and they will be...
Should I let them show me around?
Yep. And this is just the de facto tutorial level. It was basically the same level in the single player games, just with also the trauma of your protagonist character losing one of his childhood friends to a weird sort of in-game thing. One of the underlying things of .hack is if you get too close to anyone, they wind up in some weird situation that drops them into a coma. Fortunately, or rather unfortunately, Fragment seems to be relatively coma-free, though I guess I shouldn't speak too soon. Haven't got super high level yet. Now, before you go through the portal there, we're going to want to take a moment and set you up with some shortcuts.
Okay.
Or is he just going to make you go to the area? Yeah, he's probably going to make you go to the area. Okay, just keep going ahead following. Oh, that was nice. Stein shared the stream on Discord. So is there any, like, symbolism to the name Fox, or just the name for the guy at the time?
It's just always been my gamer tag on Xbox. Well, my gamer tag is Fox Me Daily, but I thought I would just shorten it to Fox.
Cool.
And yeah.
Hey, welcome to the stream, Stein. So Stein asked if this is your first time playing, Ricky.
Oh yeah, this is my first time.
In fact, we literally just set it up live here at 12-ish o'clock on time, somewhat, I promise. I may have been running a little late. But yeah, we did the whole setup thing and got it up and running. Stein, by the way, super helpful. Also going to suggest that you make a really tiny character as your alternate so you could join her guild, the BB squad. Biggest little guild in Fragment. Now I've got the stupid plugs out of the way. Stupid mainly because I'm saying them, and me not so word good. So this part here was not translated when I got Shell into playing. And she thought the game was broke. And I forgot about this section being entirely controlled by cameras, and I thought the game was broke. Yes, you absolutely can, Dow. And thanks for coming. So, unnamed author is Dow, who at one point was literally going by the title Fragment Friend on one of the Discords. It was either, yeah, just keep mashing the button there. So, Dow offered to dump rares on you when you're done here, and we head online.
Awesome.
Yeah, this community is the absolute best.
So is it saying if the target isn't on my camera, I won't be able to hit it?
Right, everything is camera dependent, which makes playing a Wave Master so much fun in low levels, because something will be right off screen and all you'll see is a red rectangle saying monster, and then it'll one-shot you. Okay, cool. Now it's still Fragment Friend on .hack network. Yep, the Hongik University station server just posted a couple runs there for my Weekend Warrior video this week. Thank you so much for having that up. Always a blast to head there. In part due to the root town as well. So those yellow circles there are the portals. You'll want to clear them out before going into the dungeon, and that little blue smiley face is actually an indicator of probably the most irritating part of the .hack series to me. Now, these are all fairly easy things. They're just low-level goblins. But if ever you wanted one of your party mates to do something in offline, what you'd want to do is hit your square button. And there you can pull up party commands. Personally, I like hitting L1 to get over to the specific character commands. And you could literally pick out specific skills for them to use. Really useful with, like, BT.
Gotcha.
Now, I don't think you have any equipment to throw into that spring yet. That's what that blue thing is. So I'd probably wait till you go through the dungeon and then hit it on the way back out. I remember the Springs of Mist really do be like, memorize everything ever so you know if you'll get a good item out of me. Yep. One of the first things I memorized is the weather dependency for weapons. So sunny fields where you have nice weather, if you drop a weapon into the spring, it should upgrade it by 2 levels. It's actually why I travel with a backup weapon at all times, just to dump into the spring. So that was a normal chest. These end up also being the bane of your existence at some points, these risky treasures. Also going to get a lot of married couple banter out of Baron BT. And then, of course, you've got your mini map up there on the right. My favorite thing is when you're like running through, yeah, the trap chest while speed running, or you're just so amped up for combat that you go ahead and try and jump the portal and it's a trap chest. All of a sudden it drops you down to 8 hit points. So to the other side of this T-shaped room here, I want to say this is, yeah. One of the more frustrating features if you're trying to play a stealth class or you're in a position where you're maybe a little underleveled for the area, the doors in a dungeon will automatically lock if there's an encounter, and you've got to get through the monsters before continuing.
I'm guessing I'd go down here.
Yep. Yeah, I want to say there's going to be a monster portal to either side. Ooh, that one just spawned a chest. Oh dang, a healing potion? Not even a health drink? Healing potions will heal up to like 400 hit points. So that's a nice little consumable to hold on for down the road. Now you're noticing you're getting full experience even if you don't hit the enemies, right?
Yeah.
In offline, you get it just for showing up. In online, you have to successfully damage a monster. You don't have to kill it yourself, you just have to land 1 point of damage on it and survive the battle.
Okay.
Hey, hiking gear. That should be a bit of an upgrade on whatever armor you've currently got. Go ahead, pop open your triangle menu. Yeah, you're a heavy axeman and you start with a damn hatchet. Isn't that lovely? You could just use the shoulder buttons to cycle through those.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you'll want to use LNR1. Yeah, you could see there the hiking gear. Oh wow, that's it's actually a bit of a downgrade. Okay. Well, it's a physical downgrade, but yeah, I'd hold on to it nonetheless.
So should I just leave the dungeon by going out the same way I came in?
You could go the old-fashioned way, or if you hit the square menu, there's going to be a command for use Sprite Ocarina in hit R1. Yeah, down at the bottom there. And offline, your companions will always have one with them, so you really don't need them on your own, but it doesn't hurt to have a few on hand for when you're playing online. Now, I don't think you picked up any weapons, so using that spring now would downgrade your hiking gear. I'd probably just gate out to the root town from here and save this spring for later. That way, if you run into a weapon, you know you could bring it here and upgrade it a little. Triangle menu for the gate out. So what's everyone been up to today? That is first adventure complete. So at this point, you could run around town real quick, and you'll see all sorts of different NPCs sort of going around as well. You also have an indicator in your upper left-hand corner that you have mail. If you talk to any of these guys, they're going to be able to be interactable, and they're all going to have inventories, so it is possible to trade for items off of them. Tetris. That's my wife's favorite video game, Tetris. I got into Tetris 99 a bit much, but sorry, got distracted. My son just ran up to me with smiley face stickers on both of his cheeks, and I didn't even know we had smiley face stickers.
That was from a flu shot.
Apparently he got a bunch of them from getting his flu shot the other day. So as you're exploring the town here, there's the weapon shop. Mac Anu's weapon shop doesn't really offer too much in the way of equipment. You're basically going to be picking up anything you see here in lower level areas. Some of the later game stuff. Water axe. If you wanted to check on an item, just hit the triangle button. It'll pull up a little preview. Okay, that's got decent stats. You can see it'll give a +5 to your water element, but it'll decrease your fire. Something to think about when choosing fields.
I'll hold off.
Yeah, probably best at first. If there is one thing I would suggest buying, though, it's going ahead and picking up some fortune wires at the potion shop. Those are the things that allow you to disarm those risky treasures. And the risky treasures are the ones that typically have the equipment and things. Yeah, you can see them there. They're listed at 10 gold apiece. Everything else in the game seems stupid high. Yeah, that's probably a good amount to start. bought Sakuna of Rice and Ruin yesterday night. Not familiar with that one. Sounds fun. At least the rice part. So if you hit the triangle menu, you should be able to log out, and that'll take you back to the opening screen with the BBS and everything. And this is a very important step. You'll want to hit quit here. See how that overwrote your memory card?
Yeah.
That's literally the only way to save on Fragment, so make sure you do that step every time before closing out.
Gotcha.
Now you've got new mail, go ahead and open that up, and that should continue us on our little adventure. You'll want offline mail for this. A little weird having to say that because online mail is functional in Fragment. Got a little congrats from Bear. A good job not dying. Grow rice, save the island from ruin. Yeah, I was wondering about that too, Stein. It's been oddly quiet without you there on the Discord. Plus, you missed a couple curious sightings. I'll put it that way and not say much more. Mainly because I don't have any real information, but also to... Well, it just sort of blew the whole mysterious thing on that, didn't I? So if we go back into the world, there's probably a new post in the BBS that's going to set up our next login. And every time you choose that option, you'll have your choice of characters. As you can see, 3 tabs there. Completely understand there. So if you go down to the... Or login. No, that's okay. Maybe it'll pop up anyway. I'm thinking there was probably a post in the bulletin board about a cat PC, but given the amount of time this has to load, yeah, we're going right to it. Oh, before we go too much further, go down to shortcuts. This is important because everything's happening in real time, so you've got 4 banks worth of button presses there. For instance, the top bank is all L1 plus, so L1 in circle, L1 in triangle. You'll want to set your attacks and your consumables to these. That way you could just use them real time as you're going. For instance, I have whatever healing potion or health drink I've got in my inventory set to R1 and triangle on all of my characters. That way I know if I'm playing and somebody needs a potion, R1 and triangle. I want to say 1UP made a shortcut overlay that displays, but like most things that are, plugins, I can't figure out how to make it work, so I just set mine up the same and memorized. At lower levels, you're generally fine just attacking away. But I do find, especially with more martial classes like the heavy axe and whatnot, When you get around level 15, level 20, you start facing some of the things that are giving you a challenge there. You'll run into things with really high physical defense or evasion. So having a casting skill on shortcut is also vital. That way you're not trying to get through the menu while the monster's bashing your face in.
Where am I supposed to go from here?
Okay, so if you go down to words list, it's going to save any words that were given to you by another character. And there you have your area info, level 3 fire field. And if you hit L1, it should take you to the very last tab there. Cute little baby goblin. I think it's a gremlin, if I remember right on monster name. Yeah, gremlin. Don't feed it after midnight. Still picked up 5 experience. Oh wow, Crispy Glutes is online right now. Guess we better get you online then. You may have a run-in with one of the most notorious characters in Fragment. So this is about as far as we needed to get you into offline mode to get ready. This is Mimiru. She will remind you a lot that she is Mimiru. She's actually one of the cooler characters from the Sign anime. Think you're about ready to head online?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, log out of here. Go ahead to quit. And then we will go one step further once we get back to the mailer here. So if you hit your start button, it should pop up a menu. And if you get a title screen, awesome, you get to head online right at the moment of a Crispy Glutes hunt. So now we're going to go ahead and select online from the options list. Weird. Yeah, select. Okay, that's right, because we haven't done it yet. Yeah, card 1. Okay, connect. Can't tell, it's been a while, huh? And that's the little blurb from NetSlum letting you know all systems are online and operational, except for the news. But but I believe they're working on that, or we're talking about working on it at some point. But literally everything else is functional in the game. So if you go up and click the world, going to get the exact same list you got after selecting your character. Only now all of the options are open. The lobby, the guild, the BBS. And believe me, there's a bunch of stuff on the online BBS worth looking at when you get a chance. We'll skip it for now and just head on, see if we can't just find you anyone to play. Go ahead, hit circle on the lobby there. Nobody's sitting in the main lobby, but that's all right. Go ahead, hit circle. Okay, I believe that's Dow's character. So if you hit triangle, it's going to take you to an area server list. Go to main. So there's a Hongik University, a Black Sky. Oh, Dow says hop into Hongik University Station.
Alright.
So first thing you'll want to do is go ahead and, go ahead and accept that trade request. Ooh, a fairy axe. Nice. You could go ahead and accept the trade.
Lock
Go ahead,
offer?
lock it. Yep.
Wow. Thank you.
Just one of the many reasons that Dow is awesome and deserves some sort of permanent statue in the game. So go ahead and equip that axe. Let's see what it gives you. Yeah, that'll help a little. Oh my, and it gives you Rig Same. That's a health regen spell.
Okay.
As you can see, all of those greens are upgrades. If you wanted to type Dow a quick thank you, you have Clear USB set up, so it should just be as easy as typing in.
I don't have to press anything first?
Nah. Now, sadly, the game doesn't keep a chat log, so like when you're in a menu and stuff, you're probably going to miss messages. But yeah, that axe is going to come in very, very handy. Probably don't want to run any dungeons here in Hongik unless Dow's going to escort you. This is a level 99 server. Oh, he asks how does level 27 armor sound? Sounds much better. Yeah, that's about right. Not gonna lie, I think I've got to start inviting people to come run while I stream. It's nice just sitting back and doing commentary.
Dang.
Yeah, yes, Stein, on the servers, I think Spooky said he was working on one. Not sure if he's got it up yet or not. I forgot to ask him this morning. Yeah, I'd make that trade. Hey, there's Gudonite. That is spooky. So you're on with two of the more notables. Two of the VIPs of the Fragment community, if you will.
Dang.
You'll love Spooky for the cheese puns, if for nothing else. Oh yeah, don't forget to, if you go into the triangle menu,
Uh-huh.
go down to cards. This will send your member address to them. Go ahead, hit send card. Send one to Dow and one to Gudonite. And that way they'll appear on your friends list, and if you need to shoot them a quick email in-game, you can do that as well. Again, in 2020, we've obviously got 1,000 ways to connect to each other, but I still like to think of this as the old mailbox to Santa in the mall. It's got a certain charm to it. Yeah, glad Spooky pointed that out. That is indeed 3 heavy acts in the server at the same time. Great tree. Okay, so the marching orders are as follows. You ready, Ricky?
Yep.
Gonna log out. Gonna go back into the lobby. And you're gonna look for the Great Tree server.
Alright. So I hit O on this.
Yep. Circle again. Triangle. Yeah, the multi is the one that I finally got to work for me. Go down to Great Tree. Ooh, Christmas theme too, like the red and green. Yeah, when I was having that debacle trying to get area server up and running, about the 4th time I tried re-uploading everything, the multi-server was the one that finally worked for me. Okay, looks like everything works. Go ahead, log out, and head to Azure Twilight. Spooky, I think, was just testing to make sure both were staying stable and one didn't boot the other off. Another great thing about this game from a charm perspective is so much of this is still trial and error for everyone. It's literally like the game is sort of growing and evolving around us. Impressions so far, Ricky?
I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's fun.
You'll get there quick, trust me. Yeah, go ahead, pop into Azure Twilight.
I mean, who can't be happy with joining a new game and getting free stuff right off the bat?
This is one of my favorite servers to go to simply for that message at the beginning. It's an excerpt from the Epitaph of Twilight. They're testing out changing the text color and the messages and everything. Also, the city you're in is, oh damn, multicolored. The city you're in is Carmina Gadalica. It's a mid-game town.
Okay.
So there are going to be a bunch of higher priced but a lot more powerful items in here. It's probably one of the prettier towns. It's got that nighttime motif going on, but strangely has a bunch of stars in the sky. Which will prove nothing. Nonsense. It's a brand new server on the anniversary of Fragment. That's all it needs to be. Wonder if they'd be up to running a dungeon with you, Ricky. Right, testing to see if the events will pop up on time. Yeah, we're still trying to figure out what actually triggers the in-game events at this point. It's just basically if it comes, it comes. Necro just did the New Year's event yesterday, I think. Well, I think I am going to minimize this here, go to split screen, and I'm going to hop on myself. Go ahead, let me know if you end up running a dungeon. Otherwise, I'm heading to the lobby.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like I am gonna run a dungeon.
Nice.
But Spooky left, I think.
Yeah, I think he said he was going to work on his work on the Great Tree server. So that means you and Dow, right?
Yep.
Hey, Snownomi's there. He's playing Tsukasa. He's one of the admins. Overall, really cool guy. Make sure you send him your card. Another trade? Oh, man. This is literally your character's birthday.
So, I need to send this person my card too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now you should be like decked out in custom gear. I think Dow said the only thing you don't have is a helmet.
Yeah.
Guess it helps if I actually get my controller turned on. Speaking of the analog button, I had it off and I went to hit up to hit OK and it didn't register. Yeah, there are some new servers up here. Got Black Sky, don't recognize that one at all. Snow Sanctum. I'm gonna pop into Snow Sanctum real quick, see what's going on there. Wonder what route town he picked. Ah, Macanu. Oh wow, am I moving at a snail's pace? I guess with everything set up. You guys get going yet?
Not yet.
Okay. I think I will hold off on my Fragment adventuring for a little bit here. Probably jump back on in a couple and just chill in the lobby looking for people to hand out this gear to. For anybody listening, we'll be giving out an, let me get this right, an angel's helm and an owl crest. Let's go ahead, throw yours back up on main because nobody really needs to see my screen. I'm just sort of chilling out here.
How would I check my physical attack?
Hit triangle and go to status. You have a 29 physical attack. There you go. Snow does a lot of, Snow and Dow both do some streaming. Dow, I believe, does rhythm games. And Snow, I just saw him doing some Rocket League this morning.
I don't know if he wants me to pick an area or
Could always ask. You're in Azure Twilight still, right?
Yeah.
Okay, try going to new keyword. Try Obsidian. Go down to Howling. And if you scroll down there, there should be an Underworld option. Level 4 Firefield. I think this is the right one. Yep. So this is the custom board that Spooky put together for Halloween. Go ahead and pop a Fairy's Orb so you can see the portals around here.
Oops.
That's okay. Just hit triangle. Go to items. And down at the bottom of this list should be Fairy's Orb. Now, if you hit L1 and R1 simultaneously, that should zoom the map out to a full map. All of those little yellow squares are portals.
Gotcha.
They're probably just going to follow your lead. Probably try and keep you alive. I'm out of speed charms. Okay, so you'll be doing this in slow-mo. You get used to speed charms after a while in the game. Jeez, that's some crazy damage. Got that enemy behind you there. There you go.
So the blue chests are the ones I have to worry about, or?
Yeah. And you got a mage's soul out of there. Nice. Yeah, blue chests you want to throw fortune wire on. I think Snow disarmed that one for you. Generous group of gents here. Gonna have a whole bunch of these chicken hands flying at you. They are one of the lower steps in the Harpy evolution line. These guys, when they attack, tend to spread out and then swarm around you, which makes trying to hit them right out of the portal a bit of a pain with a multi-target attack. Swordmanoids. Your token level 1 fighters. Went down nice and easy too. So you're seeing all of those items acquired, like the Death and the Hanged Man. Those are all consumable scrolls. I think they deal with status effects. They're in your spells list. They're all themed after tarot cards, in case you're wondering where the intentionally morbid naming's coming from. Personally, I just look at them as money in the bank. I sell them when I get back to town. I hate those magical goblins simply because they poison. It's not too big of a killer. It's just annoying. They're also going to shuffle around all the time, too. So one of the big things you're going to want to look for when you get back and you're able to start looking for equipment is some form of armor. I think there's a level 20-something fire boot, like Flame Guard or something, but it's going to have the ability Aptorv on it. And Aptorv is a physical accuracy boost, so that'll help immensely. Damn, 1626. That wasn't even a crit.
Meteor Swarm.
Little fire scroll there. Make it 2. Moving on to the next portal here. Yeah, probably something I should have mentioned, and you've noticed by now I tend to forget things until they pop up. If you just hold up on your analog stick for a couple seconds, you'll start auto-running. Really useful for giving your thumb a break, but tend to run through things at a pretty quick clip. Oh, dang.
What was that?
That was Snow. He cast something high level and darkness element from the looks of it. Always worth keeping an eye on the Wave Master just for when they feel like showing off. Some of the graphics for the spells are pretty awesome. Okay, 3 more portals left in the field.
There might have been some off to the right. Oh, never mind.
No, it's when you're on the full area map, it's just wrapping around. Is it Snow show off time? Part of the fun of this game is show off time. Okay, cool. Dow did a data drain there. You saw that little message pop up, and you see that one, what was a chicken hand is now a little naked bird thing running around with a nest and a couple eggs. Oh, dang. So that was basically like a level 0 enemy with maybe 10 hit points, and Snow just rocked it for all 9s. Thank you, Mr. Wave Master, indeed. Okay. Don't have anything that impressive. Okay, 1 more to go. And that would be a grunty. They're sort of your riding thing. You get to breed those in offline, and you could ride them around the fields. They move.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they move at about the speed of a speed boost, and they're immune from monsters and damage portals. So that was an Aqua Grunty and a Noble Grunty. The Noble Grunty is my favorite because he can also auto search out the Grunty foods. As you can see, they activated a symbol there, and that's what gave you that attack boost, App Corv. Go ahead and click circle and enter the dungeon. Now this I think is a 4-level dungeon, but there's all sorts of custom stuff in it. If it's alright with you, I think we are just hitting the hour-and-a-half mark now, so going to end the live portion of this.
Okay.
See what would... Neat, right? Gotta read them quick, but there's going to be all sorts of text boxes coming up there. Whenever you're set, just go ahead, join into the next room. I'm going to end the broadcast part of this. Going to be looking in the comments for people posting their favorite .hack class. And go ahead, jump online and give away the equipment. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Ricky, thanks for joining the Fragment community. Hope you're having fun.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Guys, this has been a grumpy old guy gaming and botching his own channel name. We'll talk to you next time.